Your lesson essential question is, how do authors use key details to support the main idea of a text? So we'll be looking at the main idea of a text you read, and we'll be finding those key details that support the main idea. Last year you learned that the main topic of a text is what the text is all about. This year you learned that the main idea of the text is what is most important to understand about the main topic. So we talked about maybe if you were reading a text about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is the topic. Well, maybe it's about the changes that Martin Luther King fought for. Maybe that's the most important part that we're trying to understand about the text. And then those key details would be the most important details about the main idea. So your main topic would be Martin Luther King. Your main idea is the changes that he fought for, and the key details will tell you the most specific details about those things that he did to fight for change. So the first thing that we need to make sure we do is identify the main topic. What is this text all about? Then we identify the main idea by deciding what about the main topic we're focusing on. After that, we look for those key details that support the main idea. And then, as we're speaking and writing about the main idea, we explain it by using those key details to support it. We might use words and phrases just like these when we're speaking and writing about a text. We might say mostly about, best tells, best describes, sums up, or most important. So yesterday you read Bats Did It First. You read it on your own and you identified the main idea on your own. Let's read it together and talk about the main idea that you guys identified, and let's look for a key detail to get you started, and then you're going to go on your own and find the rest of the key details. So this is called Bats Did It First. What would you say the topic of this text was? You probably said bats. All right, let's read. Nature is full of great ideas. Many inventors and scientists just step outside and look around for inspiration and ideas. They often imitate or copy what they see outdoors. They use nature to inspire their inventions. What does this word imitate mean? Imitate means copy, and I know that because the definition is actually listed after the word. So if I'm not sure what imitate means, there are context clues here that can help me. One amazing invention was inspired by bats. It's a special cane that helps blind people navigate and get around. I'm looking down here at the photograph, and I can see the actual cane that blind people use to get around. And then there's also a caption. This boy is blind and uses a special cane to help him get around. So as I was reading the text, I was trying to visualize what they were talking about, but this photograph really helped me see better what exactly they meant by a cane that helps people get around. So we said that the topic was bats. As I read through your responses today and looked for what you identified as the main idea, you said the main idea was a cane inspired by bats. So what about bats are we focusing on? We're focusing on a cane that was invented that bats inspired. Let's look for some key details that explain that better. Canes lead the way. Many blind people use canes. They tap the canes on the ground in front of them to locate objects that may be in the way. This helps them move around safely as they do their shopping or walking outdoors. The bat-inspired cane is different from these canes. It sends out sound waves or signals. These signals are almost identical to the ones bats use to find their way in the dark. So, what about canes inspired by bats? Well, I see here that the cane sends out waves or signals, just like the ones that the bats send out. So my first key detail about the cane inspired by bats is that it sends sound waves or signals like the ones bats use in the dark. You're going to reread this text on your own now, and you're going to be identifying two more key details that support this main idea.